A night to remember. The Green Hornet.
Stick to the back streets, Cato.
Check.
The Time Tunnel. The Milton Berle Show. "12 O'Clock High." Friday, one of 7 nights to remember. A season you won't forget. All in color. On ABC. Monday, a night to remember. Iron Horse, starring Dale Robertson. The Rat Patrol. The Felony Squad. Peyton Place. The Big Valley. Monday, one of 7 nights to remember. A season you won't forget. All in color. On ABC.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a humble man named Jack Good. I'm also the producer of Shindig. I thought it might amuse you to know that the Beatles are coming!
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way it goes. Twice each week, a Shindig moves with a big beat.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
The big stars. The big sounds. Twice each week, move with a big show. Shindig. This is Jimmy O'Neill inviting every single one of you to move with the swinging music of young America. Twice each week, swing with Shindig.
The fun is multiplied by the simple addition of 1, but when? On Bewitched.
I don't have any of the usual symptoms of pregnancy, not one. Well, maybe one.
Honey, make that 2 symptoms.
Oh, I can see you in a few years, surrounded by diapers and bottles and pacifiers and wall-to-wall babies. Darren can't do enough for me. He's very sweet and considerate and won't let me lift a finger when he's here.
Would you put this on the stove for me?
Well, do it yourself, Sam. The exercise will do you good.
Samantha and Darren look forward to motherhood and fatherhood, respectively, and expectantly on Bewitched.
The Sunday night movie presents Haley Mills in Tiger Bay with John Mills and Horst Buchholz.
Don't move. I've got you covered. It's loaded. Come in here and I'll shoot.
This is the London waterfront, a black, steaming jungle where the human animal lives by its own law.
So you saw a man hide the gun on top of the gas meter, and then you took it away and hid it yourself, right?
Yes.
Tiger Bay is the story of murder, a passionate murder, performed before the horrified eyes of a child. miss Tiger Bay on the Sunday Night Movie on ABC TV.
Tune in next week for another case right out of Control's secret files. Leadside. Next week, Maxwell Smart's arch nemesis, Leadside, returns with a plan for destroying Control.
How is Leadside planning to destroy Control? Control can't afford that.
Leadside is about to pilfer the Burlington art collection when Maxwell Smart unexpectedly drops in. When Tide disappears in air, Maxwell Smart races to Control with the bad news.
I couldn't get off pastrami, but I got chopped liver.
Where is Leadside hiding?
It's going to take a superhuman brain to figure this one out.
We have a superhuman brain.
S-M-A-R-T.
Snart.
Smart.
I inform Maxwell Smart that Leadside has just threatened to kill him. Smart takes it like a man.
I needed that.
I can't stand any more of this.
Be sure to watch Leadside, a show acclaimed by the critics.
That's my favorite show.
I needed that.
Watch Get Smart in color. Agents 86 and 99 are head over heels over chaos and each other. Saturday at 8, 7 Central Time on NBC.
Man on the move.
Was witness to a murder.
Mannix, ace detective on a crash course to danger. Share action-packed viewing with Mannix.
The people in our new comedy series. First of all, this is Louise Sorrell, who plays my... That's the dog. It's a complete mystery to me. We don't have a dog on the show. I can't figure it out. Why did they put a dog on the show? I'm allergic. Oh.
This was the West, the way Remington and Russell saw it. The way you can see it still, with Matt, Doc, Kitty, and Festus. On Gunsmoke.
Presenting a few long-awaited words about television by the Smothers Brothers.
Close up. Long shot. Split screen. Quarter screen. Multiple image. Dissolve. Book turn. Solarization. Still frame. Keyhole mat. Traveling mat. Insert shot. Coffee break. Starburst. Super. Slide off. Spin. Animation. Sparkle mat. Quick rip. Roll down. Psychedelic. Flames. Smoke. Rain. Earthquake. Cut to black.
None of this. And more.
That's another fine mess you've got me into.
Well, I didn't.
Ow!
Introducing some of the stars of the bright new season coming this fall on ABC. Meet the people in room 222.
I went to a segregated school.
Oh, that's okay. So did I.
Love!
Embrace the many varieties of love, American style. A new movie, a world premiere, big stars every week on Movie of the Week.
Meet us in September. Think how much fun it would be on ABC. Rock Island Line, a mighty good road. Rock Island Line, a road to ride. Rock Island Line, a mighty good road. If you ride, you got to ride it like Connie gets picked at that station on the Rock Island Line. That engineer said before he died, 2 more drinks he'd like to try. Conductor said, what could that be? Hot cup of coffee and a cold glass tea. Down the Rock Island Line, mighty good road. Rock Island Line, a road to ride. Rock Island Line, a mighty good road. Well, if you ride, you got to ride it like you find it gets sick at that station on the Rock Island Line. Woo-woo! All right, baby.
Johnny Cash.
Okay, all right.
A swinging new way to spend the summer.
Here we have the typical family breadwinner.
Boy, am I starved.
A typical loving wife. And a not quite so typical mother-in-law.
You're a small, small man. And I think it's just about time you realized it.
Samantha!
Just for laughs, there's Cousin Serena.
I am going to show you how entertaining I can be.
Sam!
And Uncle Arthur. Oh, yes, about the wife.
I'm a witch, too.
I forbid you to go down to that park tomorrow. Sorehead!
Follow Bewitched, where true love triumphs over witchcraft. Well, most of the time.
Introducing some of the stars on ABC's bright new season. Meet Music Scene. See a weekly super concert.
See you this fall on Music Scene.
Meet the new people. They found their new world. Watch what they make of it. Meet George Hamilton and Lana Turner in Harold Robbins' The Survivors.
Love!
Embrace the many varieties of love, American style.
Meet us in September. Think how much fun it would be on ABC.
Section of American college kids, isolated on an island test site in the South Pacific. What kind of world will they create?
We should start a calendar.
That'll be easy. It's the year 1. If we don't get some rules laid down, we're gonna wind up killing each other.
Man, we're talking survival. You get me?
The new people. Will their brave new world be a better one? Time has just begun.
Time has just begun. In September.
Introducing some of the stars on ABC's bright new season. Meet the superstars of the recording industry. The top music on the Billboard charts. The Beatles, the Stones,
on Music Scene.
The best music in the world. Meet the new people. They found their new world. Watch what they make of it. Come to class in room 222. It's a real education.
Oh, yes. You know, Alice, you can't expect to be a great teacher in one day.
Oh, I don't. I'm going to give it a week.
Meet us in September. Think how much fun it would be on ABC.
This is Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. Behind the massive door of our Hollywood soundstage stands this replica of FBI headquarters in Washington, D.C. Here you'll find the identification division, the laboratory, and all the familiar settings that you see on television in the FBI. But it takes more than sets on a soundstage to give a television series authenticity. Through close cooperation with the Bureau, our series gives you an in-depth look at the way real FBI agents operate. Featuring stories inspired by the major investigations of our time. Including espionage, kidnapping, and anti-racketeering. So if you're looking for hard-hitting action and true-to-life drama, join Philip Abbott, William Reynolds, and me in the FBI in color on ABC.
You're a leech, Philip. You feed on people. I'm going to be the next president of the Carlisle Bank.
Do you know what you're asking? My life!
You think about that at night when you can't make yourself go to sleep.
Harold Robbins, The Survivors. An epic novel created for television by one of the world's great storytellers.
I'm going to open up a world to you that you'll never be able to leave. I've been there before.
Not the way I'll show it to you this time.
It's your world, not mine.
People who have everything and want more.
We have an agreement, and keeping up appearances is part of it.
That's what worries me. Look, if you and Dad are faking it because of me...
Just exactly what are you saying?
I say I'm gonna live forever, but those fool doctors give me less than a year.
Who will be the survivors? The peaceful countryside of Normandy. Normandy, June 6th, 1944. D-Day revisited with Darrell F. Zanuck and the formidable cast of the motion picture, The Longest Day.
Soon.
This is how it looks today. A far cry from the blood-drenched stretch of sand of 25 years ago.
Third wave floundering. Heavy casualties, sir.
D-Day revisited on ABC.
This is Harry Orwell, ex-cop, private detective, friend.
There's $1,000 for you, but help her.
What are you so angry
Well, don't shove money at me to buy my help.
Harry, it's my only child.
Well, then have some trust.
Harry's learned to expect the unexpected. And he's learned to live with the bad as well as the good. David Jansen is Harry O. Kane, the most unlikely hero the West has ever known.
A Shaolin priest can walk through walls. Listen for, he cannot be heard. Look for, he cannot be seen. Felt, he cannot be touched.
Kung Fu. Tuesday on ABC. Happy Days.
Remember those carefree years when you were young and you had everything to look forward to? Well, our family certainly does.
All we had was some beer and teeny weeny glasses.
How many teeny-weeny glasses did you have?
72.
It all happens here on the Happy Days.
Fridays on ABC.
I can't hold it. She's breaking up. She's breaking.
The $6 Million Man, an incredible merging of man and machine.
Well, how fast can you run? I've hit 60. This man has 2 bionic legs, 1 bionic arm, and a bionic eye. All atomic power. How much did you cost? $6 million.
Lee Majors is the $6 Million Man.
They say the first year as a cop's the hardest.
Now!
How come it's not getting any easier for the rookies?
That's a good man you've got there, Lieutenant.
Yeah, the only trouble is trying to keep him alive.
A single sniper, code 6 Charles, appears to have multiple weapons.
Mike, Terry's been shot.
The rookies.
Thursday nights, Chopper 1.
There he is, Gil.
These are the men of Chopper 1, and this is how they earn their keep.
We gotta get to the hospital. There's no time for an ambulance.
A couple of young cops with a different point of view.
Chopper 1 to all units. Hit and run suspect heading north.
Maybe now he's impressed.
Chopper 1.
On Fridays, Toma.
David Toma's a real-life cop, but you'd never notice him in a crowd. That's the way he likes it.
I know I shouldn't ask this, but what are you planning to do about it?
I'm not going to stand still for this beef. I'm going to get out from under it, and I'm going to drop it on you.
Toma goes it alone, his style. See the many faces of Toma.
Felix and Oscar, just a couple of average guys trying to work out their problems.
Can I sleep with you?
Well, what's the matter?
Gloria threw me out.
You move over a little bit, just...
One impeccable photographer, one impeccable slob.
What are you looking for?
Clean spot to stand.
The odd couple. How long can they go on like this?
I want an APB out on a 70 blue 4-door hardtop. It's wired with dynamite.
There! I called them to tell me you were coming.
So you got me in whether I like it or not.
I told them you were a social worker.
That way I get to do the tough part of your job. Why did it happen?
There were signs of fight in the room. Hit his head and falling. Are you all right?
Heard of what?
Julie.
They take chances. They play rough with all the wrong people. The Mod Squad.
Tina, you are in love with your boss.
Yes?
Oh, wow.
Yes?
That's twice you said it, Dad. Tom, what's your hang-up?
I've been silly and unfair. I mean, you've got enough to worry about without... Where am I?
Well, I can explain to you, Brenda. Brenda! I wouldn't trade you for all the sissies in the world.
That's just because they can't type.
Neither can you.
She looks like a mother type.
But she's not a mother type.
I don't think so.
Eddie Tries Again, every week on ABC.
And now what madness is this? You think you can reduce the past to smoke and ashes?
The past is buried.
The past is never buried in Peyton Place. The loves and hates of yesterday return to haunt those who live there today.
You've got to get me out of here.
Sit down.
He's my brother. You want him to die?
Norm? I didn't figure you'd pull something like this on me.
Stop him, Betty. Stop him before it's too late.
Nothing's turning out the way I planned.
The lives of the people of Peyton Place interweave in a constantly changing pattern. A pattern of life, death, love, hate, disaster, and triumph. Peyton Place, in color twice each week on ABC.
Those kids give a look of instability to the whole block.
They just don't fit into our neighborhood.
What do you want me to do? Well, you're a police officer.
Police officer. Not the kind of job you leave behind at the office.
All right, don't turn on any lights. I'll be right over.
Well, why call you? Why don't you call one of the other neighbors?
I'm the friendly neighborhood policeman.
She's run away.
Cindy, if Lynn's parents need any help finding her, they can call the police.
Please, Dad. Go over and talk to Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell.
All right, as your father, not as a policeman.
Henry Fonda as Chad Smith. Husband, family man, cop. The Smith Family on ABC.
A very special season starts September 5th.
Two men search for a gunfighter named James Sonnet. The boy seeks a father he'd never known. The man must find the son he'd known too little.
Oh, you sonnets. I wish I had the middle one in front of me here right now.
You mean James? Now, that's a foolish wish, mister. From what I hear, James is the third best shot in the West.
The third best?
James is darn good. But he's better. And I'm better than both of them. No brag, just fact.
The Guns of Will Sonnet stars the distinguished actor Walter Brennan.
Grandpa? Shh, listen.
The Guns of Will Sonnet, in color on ABC.
The eyes and ears of the music world turn to the people who make music. They gather in Hollywood to bestow upon their fellow artists their highest honor, the Grammy Award. Andy Williams is host. Among the presenters, Herb Alpert, Glenn Campbell, The Fifth Dimension, Henry Mancini,
Frida Payne, Bobby Sherman,
Nancy Sinatra, John Wayne, Nancy Wilson. Tuesday, March 16th, a very special night in the world of recorded music. The Grammy Awards on ABC.
A very special season is coming on ABC.
Your father's alive. He can't be. He was frozen 67 years ago.
He melted. Now, a man who's been on ice, so to speak, for 67 years, well, he's got some catching up to do.
By golly, there's a midget in that box. Well, not bad for 101. Now, wait, what language are you talking?
That's a new language called 1967.
That a part of the language?
That's very much a part.
Let's go, son.
Life and laughs begin with the second 100 years in color on ABC.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tom Jones.
And Tom Jones is super excitement.
To hear you play your music when the sun goes down. Maybe someday your name will be in lights, saying Johnny be good tonight. Go, 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 go. Love is like candy on a shelf.
Tom Jones makes it happen, love.
With guest stars like Peter Sellers, Richard Pryor, Nancy Wilson, the Bee Gees, Dick Cavett, Pat Paulson, The Fifth Dimension, Dusty Springfield, Sonny and Cher, Donovan.
Help yourself, take a few, that's what I want you to do. It's not unusual.
Electrifying Tom Jones.
No interest, no drive, no ambition. That's what's the matter with that girl.
that girl.
That's Anne Marie. And that's Donald.
Hi, honey.
And when they get together...
I wanted to surprise you.
I would have been a star. I could feel it in my bones.
If you fall for anything, you fall for action.
That Girl, in color on ABC.
A very special season is coming on ABC.
Detective Lieutenant Mike Haynes, 27 Precinct. Detective Sergeant Jeff Ward holds the mayor's citation for heroism. Johnny Corso, Detective First, young, cool, and he cares. 24-hour cops for a 24-hour town. The people, the joys, the sorrows, the troubles. You ask them what's really the matter? You gotta stop them first.
NYPD, in color on ABC.
Shirley Logan, photojournalist for a well-known magazine, will go anywhere and do just about anything to cover an assignment.
Give it to me. I'm a karate expert.
So am I. It should make an interesting contest. Shirley MacLaine stars in Shirley's World.
Persuaders.
Carl Malden is Lieutenant Mike Stone.
Don't say that I'm overstepping my authority. And don't say that you've done the best job you could so far, because you did nothing.
Michael Douglas is Detective Steve Keller.
Look, I'm with you, but I gotta know what you're doing.
The streets of San Francisco.
His favorite nurses and his best intern. When they get together, James Whitmore finds his temperature is rising.
Michael!
In.
Out! Hold it!
James Whitmore stars with Cleavon Little. Temperatures rising.
Move down the darkest corridor of the inner mind. ESP is a fact. Across the comprehensions of reality.
Science fiction.
Is it? Beyond the shroud of your subconscious. Back. Farther back. And into the sixth sense.
Come with me. Go ahead, Greg.
I don't think I can.
Come on, tell him. Don't be a chicken.
Well,
Chicken!
okay. On Friday, September 10th, the Brady Bunch invites you to a special preview of ABC's great new Saturday morning programs. You'll see scenes from The Roadrunner, The Jackson 5 Show, The Jerry Lewis Show, and Curiosity Shop, and lots of others. I hope you'll join us. How'd I do?
That was terrible. You looked at her.
There are men who search for eternal life. Ben Richards has found that he has it. Now, there are men who search for Ben Richards.
taker, kidnapper, fugitive?
All of them. Ben Richards is pursued by men who would like to share in what he values most, his life. And so he runs. The Immortal, starring Christopher George.
It's no longer enough. It was never enough to practice psychiatry in the traditional way, treating one patient at a time, 1 hour at a time.
We are on location with Vince Edwards, the star of the new ABC television series, Matt Lincoln. A unique man working in a unique new field of medicine, community psychiatry.
So we've got to find new ways, and we're finding them. Ways of practicing community psychiatry, reaching out to whole groups of people by going out into the world where they are, without waiting for them to come to our office to find us. Ways like hotlines, walk-in clinics, group mental health projects, going to the people who need us, wherever they are.
Matt Lincoln, concerned, involved, dedicated. A man who cares about people. Get together with Vince Edwards as Matt Lincoln this fall on ABC.
They're rolling on Dan August. This is Quinn Martin. He's producing Dan August. He's the man who produced The Untouchables. He produced The Fugitive. And it is also Quinn Martin who produces The FBI. Now, a new QM production. Dan August. Burt Reynolds stars as a young police officer. Idealistic. Realistic. Committed. Dan August.
George Maharis doesn't play by the rules.
If you move, I can snap your arm. Here, here, or here.
Yvette Mimieux plays the game for keeps.
Well, it did solve the murder, didn't it?
Ralph Bellamy plays the game to win.
We're criminologists, Vanessa. We get paid to investigate crime.
3 criminologists. Together they play the most deadly game.
Here's Smokey Robinson. Here's Smokey Robinson's friend. Here's Smokey Robinson's music. The Smokey Robinson Show. A real special occasion.
I'm Sandy Duncan. I'm packing my bags and I'm heading for New York, and so are a lot of my friends. It's getting to be Tony Awards time, the night when the Broadway theater honors its own. And to many of us who began in the theater, it's like going home. There'll be the awards, and as an added treat, a look at Broadway hits and performances all over the world. Be with us for Broadway's most star-filled night, the 1973 Tony Awards.
After this rehearsal, we're going to shoot it?
That I guarantee.
Okay, you want all here or here?
Roll it, please. 58, BA, take one.
Vince Sadowski is a good, decent man doing a good, decent thing.
He's going to appear in a court of law, not a personality contest.
Sometimes I just don't understand the judicial system.
Aaron! Cool it.
Cut.
Another good take for the young lawyers. A new show being produced now for ABC's fall season. The young lawyers are law students, completely involved, totally committed. Get together with Lee J. Cobb and the young lawyers. This fall on ABC. This fall on ABC.
Anthony Quinn, the man in the city.
I'm paid to worry. Don't you worry for me.
I asked for a breakdown. I haven't time to digest 50 or 60 pages of figures. Focus, you beautiful man.
And you make the airport commissioners meeting?
I'll try. If not, I'll send you.
Me? What do I know about airports?
Probably more than they do. George Maharis doesn't play by the rules.
If you move, I can snap your arm. Here, here, or here.
Yvette Mimieux plays the game for keeps.
Well, it did solve the murder, didn't it?
Ralph Bellamy plays the game to win.
We're criminologists, Vanessa. We get paid to investigate crime.
3 criminologists. Together they play the most deadly game.
I'm Jamal Davis. I'm a bounty hunter. And that's a long way from being a stake in a poker game.
I'm Earl Corey, sir. Well, me and the law don't always see eye to eye.
Ex-slave, ex-slave owner, ex-Union soldier, ex-Confederate. Unlikely partners. Hunters.
That's him.
Of men for the gold on their heads.
Merry Christmas. I just won it for you.
You can't give away something you don't own.
2 against the West. The Outcasts, in color on ABC.
Here we have the typical family breadwinner.
Boy, am I starved.
A typical loving wife. And a not quite so typical mother-in-law.
You're a small, small man. And I think it's just about time you realized it. Samantha!
Just for laughs, there's Cousin Serena.
I am going to show you how entertaining I can be.
Sam!
And Uncle Arthur. Oh, yes, about the wife.
I'm a witch, too.
I forbid you to go down to that park tomorrow. Sorehead!
Follow Bewitched, where true love triumphs over witchcraft. Well, most of the time.
What are you going to do to Burroughs if you find him?
I'm gonna kill him.
A modern American Indian, trapped between his need for revenge and love.
You know, once we started, there wasn't any turning back.
I know that.
Burt Reynolds, Inger Stevens, Run, Simon, Run.
are special. These girls follow my rules.
She's got to be stopped. Put yourself in prison. You'll need a whole case, documentation, witnesses. You'll have to stay alive long enough to get it.
She's killed people before.
Ida Lupino, Lois Nettleton, Jessica Walter. Women in chains.
Something's happened. I'm going to call the police.
What about the newspapers? Heiress abandoned by young husband.
That's Sam O'Neill, your husband.
No, it's not. Why would Sam need a fake passport?
Because he's a fake himself.
Lee Remick. And no one could save her. Kidnapped.
Follow instructions exactly, or she'll die.
David Jensen.
How do I know Karen's still alive?
James Ferrantino.
She's buried in a coffin equipped with life-supporting devices for 7 days. 2 of those 7 days are already gone. And when that battery goes, she goes. Oh, my God.
I don't want to die like this.
The Longest Night. A true story.
Well, it's about time, Charlie.
You wanted me to hit that car head on.
Dennis Weaver.
Okay, Jack, I've had it.
Why? Why is he doing this?
Duel.
They've been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Howard Duff.
No!
Leslie Nielsen.
What's going to happen to us?
John Saxon. Robert Reed.
I'm not going to pay my part of the ransom.
He said he wasn't going to pay it. Now, you all better figure out between you which one of you is the kind of wife that deserves ending up dead.
Barbara Parkins. Sherry North. Tisha Sterling.
His affair with Diana Proctor. I know all about it. Straight from the horse's mouth.
It doesn't work for me, this life. It doesn't work for me. Tie down. Responsibilities that don't go with my work. You, this place, the children.
Every love story has 2 sides. Richard Burton. Elizabeth Taylor.